We're well into chili season. Everyone I know is making it, and so am I. I'm making the Allrecipes top-rated recipe for chili, also known as Best Damn Chili. It's starting out with the classics, a little onion and bell pepper. Get yourself a big pot. Chili is the ultimate one-pot meal. It all goes in, and the flavors just build upon each other. And then in go the veggies. Now in with my other peppers and the garlic. You want to cook these veggies down until they're nice and soft and those onions are translucent. This is a step that I think a lot of people rush too much. They just don't get that same softness when you just throw them in raw, nor does that flavor fully develop unless you cook it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these veggies out and then I'll add them back in, and that's just so I can get the meat nice and browned. Caramelization, as you know, equals flavor. So the trick is, once you put your meat down in your pot or your pan, don't touch it. Let it develop that crust and then start breaking it up. Our meat is good and brown. I'm gonna go back in with the veggies and then I'm gonna deglaze our pot. This recipe calls to do it with beer.
Oh.
I can never not do that. And then we're also gonna add in something that I've never used before in chili, but I'm all about trying new things. A healthy dose of Worcestershire, a couple tablespoons of chili powder, some cumin, a little garlic powder, some oregano, some smoked paprika for that smoky kind of flavor, a little brown sugar. First ingredient I've never used is basil, but why not? Here's the other ingredient I've never used in chili, beer and wine.
Why not?
Season it up, of course, with some salt and pepper. And now for our tomatoes. Everyone has their own combination of what type of tomato product they like to use. San Marzano tomatoes that I have crushed with my hands, along with some fire roasted tomatoes and then some tomato paste. I can already tell this is gonna be a really thick and hearty chili. Into the pot goes 2 beef bouillon cubes. Now this is really going to heighten that flavor. The recipe calls for a tablespoon of chipotle pepper sauce. You can use the hot sauce that's flavored like chipotle. I love to use straight from the can chipotle peppers. I might even throw one of the peppers in there just to give it another kick. But this adds such a rich smokiness. I just love it so much. A chili like this needs time to come together, so I'm just gonna let it simmer for a while before I add in my beans. And yes, chili needs beans. We'll talk about that in a minute. I love that the recipe creator included a topping for the chili, a little flavored sour cream, a little cilantro sour cream, so we're gonna whip that up real quick. And you can just throw everything into the food processor. This recipe just calls for some sour cream, a little cilantro, and cumin, but I think it would also be fun if you wanted to add in a little bit of jalapeno to kick it up. Look at that, woo! Time for the beans. This recipe calls for dark red kidney beans. This is what my mom used. This is what's going in today. I sometimes love to also add black beans or pinto beans. I love the creaminess of a pinto bean, but this is classic. Drained and rinsed. And that's it. I'm just gonna cover this and cook it until the beans are hot and cooked in there, about 20 more minutes. Soup's on, chili's on. So thick and creamy. And I'm gonna top it off. Gotta have a little cheese. Also gonna throw in a little spicy fresh crunch with some jalapeno, a little dollop of our crema, and then why not? The best damn chili. I love a thick chili, so this is perfect for me. If you find ever that your chili is too thin and you need to thicken it up a little bit, you can always kind of puree extra tomatoes, add in that tomato paste like this recipe called for, or stir in a can of refried beans. No one will know. Dang, or should I say, damn, that's some good chili. Top rated. You'll love it when I talk with the knife.